I think engineering has changed in the last 20 years, and specifically after there was a change in the accreditation process. ABET, the Organization for Accreditation in the U.S., changed the way it accredits engineering. So it was, before that was the focus. In 1996 this happened. Before 1996 the focus was on the content, the technical content. But they realized that from the feedback that they got from some schools and from also the industry that we're getting, we're not getting enough from these. The students don't know what we want them to know, especially the skills like communication, teamwork, these things, and long life learning, lifelong learning. So in this case, these were missing basically. So ABET actually arranged the way they accredit the schools, and they put measurement, which was, they call them outcome-based assessment. So in this case, it's not the content only. And part of these outcomes were like communication skills, the learning process to keep the engineers learning all their lives. That was very important. In addition, teamwork, looking into also the advances in technology, all of that. They added all of that. And because of that, you see that the engineers, before that and after that, there's a big difference between in this aspect. Now today, actually, ABET was discussing also, most recently, even this year, I went to one of their conferences or by invitation. So they were discussing some changes too. But there was a split in the people who were there, and not all the stakeholders were there too. So there was a drive to change these A to K outcomes. But there was kind of, sometimes I sensed that there is a dissatisfaction with the change that was about to happen. So still, I think it's not approved yet. But that was the change. The other change in the classroom itself, is the students were, in this case, after that there was emphasis more on active learning, environment. So the projects, teamwork, design, all of that. That was, or the case studies and some profession, some actually majors. So that was really the change that you could say was really a big deal in engineering. Yeah, because the old way of teaching, which is lecturing, is very boring and does not, people, by actually, data shows that's not really very effective. And I think we need to see more of really connecting the students into reality, which means into real projects and also to make them basically understand global issues and how they relate to society. Engineers are human beings before they are engineers, so they should be educated as human beings before. So they should know about their society and the issues, the problems that they are facing the society, and also taught or educated about technical aspects. And that's probably what the thing that I was hoping to see, the change that's going to happen in this, and from ABET to do that, but they're not doing that. But the thing is, I think they need to be, these engineers, they are human beings first. So they should really, the focus should now, not the focus, there should be a balance so that they know about the social issues and what they are, and in this case they could tackle them even if they are technical. You do not want just engineers who know about technical and nothing about what are the problems of the society. So basically, yeah. I think there is a lot of change in general in technology. The accreditation organization like ABET, they should take that into consideration and probably readdress the criteria that they use for accreditation, so that they can be, and talk to all stakeholders. Because now when you see in their meetings, they don't include all the stakeholders. Right. You see students are missing, even though they are the stakeholder, one of them primary. When they discuss about things that are related to students are missing. You see some other organization, government is missing, for example, even though they are major stakeholder. You see many groups in the society that are parents are also stakeholders, because they're paying for their kids, so they should be involved in that. So if they really readdress these kind of the criteria, I think ABET and they include all the stakeholders who should be there, and not just them and and the educators only define, and some like employers. You want to include everybody and let them decide on what's the new criteria that can drive engineering in the new era that's coming, or we are entering actually very quickly. So I think that's probably that's something that I would like to see happen. But. Yeah.